Hi, my name is Tesla. I am sharing all the details of my financial journey. I've been busy all 4th of July weekend, just kind of spending away. And so I finally need a chance to sit down and budget. For my cashback card, I'll do underfunded, which is 48.78. But for my travel card, it wants me to assign 181.09. I'll go over this in my June wrap up, but I bought something for someone else on my card last month and I'm waiting for them to pay me back, and I think that'll be by the end of this month. It's an interest-free card on the moment, so I'd rather just let the debt hang until they pay me back. And so I'm going to make my minimum payment of $25. Last month, I finished my Roth IRA early, so that means I can finally hide this category. I'll put $200 towards my pre-tax 401k. And at the beginning of the year, I started to invest in Fundrise, which is a company that lets you buy fractional shares into real estate ventures. And in January, I closed my Acorns account. I used $1,000 that was previously in Acorns to invest $1,000 into Fundrise, and then I wanted to add another $500 by the end of the year. I'd already put $50 in March, and because the $450 is available because I did not need to make a Roth IRA payment, that actually puts me at $1,500 for the year. So now I have also met this goal and can hide this as well. I, of course, want to keep investing. I just need to figure out if I should bump up my 401k contributions and go past the match, or contribute more to my after-tax brokerages. Also, it's going to be a bumpy ride for the next couple of months. It may come to a point where I'm not even able to invest that extra $900 a month. So I'm really grateful that I prioritized my Roth IRA and finished early. I may either have to pause my investing or I may have to pause my savings. This is because hopefully by the end of this month, or latest by the end of next month, I will no longer have a roommate for personal reasons, and it just wasn't working out. I don't want to get into it, but it was not a civil discussion, and the way it went down, it only made me realize that I was actually just making the right choice. So my roommate gave me $400 on the last day of last month, and I had already put that towards the major repairs category, and she was already $400 ahead, so she doesn't owe me anything else for this month. I removed $1,500 for my bills, which, minus the 400 is negative 1,100. So that means I need to replenish $1,048.30. If I were to evenly split that between checks, that would be $524.15 per check, but I have more expenses in my first check and more flexibility in my second check, so I'm only going to put $500 for now. From now on, it looks like I'm basically just going to try to keep up with my repairs fund, and hopefully I'll just zero out at the end of every month. It's a little bit scary to know that I'm going to possibly not be getting to save at all going forward until I get a new roommate or until I get a raise or something. It is best for my mental health and other aspects of my personal life. So negative 600 for now, and hopefully I can fill up the rest of that in my next check. So it's actually July 4th as of filming. I've already gotten groceries. All I did was get fruits and stuff to make sandwiches, but that was already $35.40. My average for groceries this year has been $161 a month. I hope I can just keep it at $130. For transportation, I've gotten a small discount on my car insurance. It used to be $178.21, and now it's $144.14 for the next 6 months, and that's a $34.07 discount. I don't plan to leave town these next 2 weekends, so 2 tanks of gas, which would be $60, should be okay. Then I know I'm going to a concert this month, and I may have to pay for parking, which is probably like $10. And then I'm also going to protest the Roe v. Wade overturn again, and I know now that parking there is $12. There are bugs in this yard. So let's make that $227. I've already bought myself eye drops, and that falls under personal care, and I'll give myself $10 more for anything else. For home care, I hired housekeepers again off of Craigslist. I was given an extra $120 on the last day of June. I'll cover that in my June wrap-up. And I was trying to hire different housekeepers than the ones I had last time because A, they weren't that thorough, and B, I have a 16-pound dog, a little chihuahua who sleeps a lot, and they are terrified of him. They're terrified of him, so I wanted new people. And when I reached out to a new person on Craigslist, they quoted me $130. However, when I opened the door when they arrived, it was the same maids, like to my surprise, and I thought, okay, maybe they work for the person I reached out to. And the man I originally reached out to told me, don't pay them, pay me directly. And when I asked the girls who clean to verify, she said she had never met or spoken to that man. She said that it's a scam, that people go on Craigslist pretending to be cleaners. then they outsource other people to actually come and do the cleaning. And then the original person who you reached out to gets the payment, and then they don't pay the maids that they outsource to. So, like, if I'm hiring housekeepers and if I hadn't checked with them, I would have paid that guy, and then I would have had to pay double because the maids, of course, would have wanted payment for their work. So I'm glad that I checked with them and talked to them. Now I'm thinking I should go through TaskRabbit instead of Craigslist. But anyway, she charged me $150 instead of $130, so that guy didn't even get her pricing right. But the more you know. And then on top of that, I've been wanting to get a camera for my house. The Ring doorbell just doesn't cut it. It misses stuff all the time. I've had my car stolen. My car's been broken into. And one night I was harassed for hours on end and by people in front of my house. And my Ring never caught any of it. So I did some research, and I think I'm going to get a $40 camera. I have it as a scheduled transaction. Okay, there you go. So that's correct because I should have $40 left over for the camera. So for pet care, Chip has been very, very slow at eating his pet food. And I think now I know it's because he hates it. And at first I was like, well, it's a new brand. He'll get used to it. But apparently he can't stand it. Like, I didn't want to waste 18 pounds of dog food because I buy in bulk, but I have to get him something new. Like, I don't want him to eat something he doesn't enjoy. So I'll put $20 here to get him something a little bit nicer. For my utilities, my internet was always $30, but this time it was like $83.44. So I need to call and see if I can get a better deal, maybe some reimbursement. I really hope that my electricity stays under $250, but this is Texas and we have a terrible power grid and it's unstable. So who knows? At this point, I actually have more than I thought I would. I have $417.34 that could go to lifestyle expenses. I'm not going to put all of that there. I'm grateful to say that despite all the unsteadiness that's about to hit my life, that I even get to budget for lifestyle expenses at all. Subscriptions I need to cover. I'm thinking about canceling YouTube Premium, even though I think it's a really huge value add. My largest subscription is my carbon offset subscription at $31, but I would feel bad about canceling that. I'm not going to change anything from now, so I will just put $46.97. Lending is always tricky. I always end up having to cover it, but then I'm always in denial about covering it. I'm like, I'm not going to cover it because they'll pay me back, and then they don't. So I'll just put the money there for now. I have already started giving this month. And then also I give $5 to Beto O'Rourke every month. And I saw him at the Roe v. Wade protest I went to last time. And I told him, like, I vote for you, I've been to your town halls, and I contribute financially to your campaign. So you need to invest in my future because I invest in yours, and someone needs to be held accountable for the things happening in Texas. And all he said was like, well, I'm here to listen to the women today, and you're doing your best, and I'm also doing my best. And it's like, okay, that's not a concrete plan at all. And I was just so upset. Now it's like, what am I even contributing for? Like, I know he's not in power right now, but you know, giving money and voting blue obviously has not even worked so far. So it just feels like, I mean, I'm not going to cancel it right now because I don't want to make a decision when I'm upset. But I just feel like they dangle your rights in front of you for money, and then they do nothing when they actually get your money. So I don't know. For fun money, I'm going to Florida for a work conference for a week, and I only get like an hour of free time per day for the whole trip. So I don't know if I'll get to do anything fun in those short windows, but I'll give myself $35. For appearance, they want us all to be wearing matching outfits at the conference, and that means I have to buy 3 different pairs of colored jeans. Hopefully I'll get to return them afterwards because all I have right now are blue jeans. For dining out, I have an average of spending $271 per month, which is about $136 per check. However, all my meals will be covered for an entire week at the conference, so that takes care of that. And then plus the week before, this coming week, we have a new coworker joining my really small team, so I hope we get to do some paid for lunches. So given that, I should really only need a couple of dinners, and so I think that should be okay with $100. This category was called, that's new, but I changed it to miscellaneous, and I added a little alien. Okay, apparently I have a $2 miscellaneous charge. Oh, I know what that was. That was a lottery ticket. I was so upset about how things went down with my roommate that I thought maybe if I become a millionaire, I'll never have to have a roommate again. And I bought my first lottery ticket ever for $2 and lost. That's just how it goes. Let's put 20 there. And then Vegas is a category I had to make last month because I have a trip in Vegas in the fall. It's just a weekend trip for a music festival, but when I had it in my vacations category, it wasn't calculating my goal correctly anymore, so I had to create a new category. I probably will not use it for a really long time, so I might as well just hide it for now. So that still leaves me 62.37. So actually, let's make miscellaneous up to $40 just in case I need more of a buffer. Let's make personal care $20 because you never know. Let's do $135 for groceries. So because my utility for my internet was so much higher than it always is, like actually more than double, I'm going to be in the negative. So let me cover that. Sign. Okay, so that means I still need $9.47. So let's just take that from miscellaneous. I'm going to take these numbers and I'm going to pop them into my spreadsheet where I think what I'm going to spend, and then I compare it to what I actually spend at the end of the month. Okay. Whew. So I hope it's helpful understanding all my explanations of why I put money like where I do, thinking ahead. So wish me luck this month and these next couple of months. I'll see you in the June wrap up, and then after that, the mid-year financial check-in. Hope you have a good July. Okay, bye.